things up. So normal is just brutal. Don't torture yourself.
So we got megakyle and MetaLow already fully set. Going to Quickman as usual. To remind everyone, Quickman is one of the quote-unquote simpler stages to start with in the randomizer because of, at the very least, a very accessible and very valuable E-tank and maybe an extra life or two. Flashman is another option, and in some cases Metalman as well. So right now we got MetaLow and megakyle going to form and just going through Quickman stage.
And we'll see how the availability of items and how they pick them up will shape these runs and stage selections. In our last seed, we saw that a lot of the items were locked until the later stages that they chose. Hopefully, we'll see if anything's different now.
But right now, we
are synced.
Yep, we don't have to worry about items right now, as these boys are just going stride for stride right now, going through these force beam sections. At least the force beams aren't randomized. A little history lesson in the older versions of
in
the older versions of randomizers, we actually did have randomized force beam speeds, but of course back then it was an unintended bug. Of course, by now that's been fixed.
I can't imagine falling into that screen and the force beam being all the way across or just sniping you.
Well, right now we're gonna have these guys sniping our upcoming boss in Crash Room, well, in Quick Room, which has Quickman in it.
Is this even randomized?
Well, at least we got a Buster Soft Weed quick, so the fight was as quick as his name.
Yep, picking up Plant Arc, no items, but megakyle headed to Flashman, MetaLow right behind him.
Look like we got ourselves an Emerald Flashman stage. Pretty nice looking color palette, if I do say so myself.
I do appreciate it. It's a verdant.
Pretty sure we're gonna expect
Buster Week Shrimp.
Yep, both of them checking the crash walls, not Buster Week, so we're gonna be checking for weaknesses later. But meanwhile, Flashman being another simplectic stage, not needing items all that much, well, we got ourselves a Vanilla Joe armor waiting in the wings.
megakyle taking a hit, but MetaLow almost with probably the same amount of time loss, shooting the mecha armor and then jumping over the Sniper Joe. So it is very close. megakyle taking that route to the right to pick up the health. Once MetaLow's PowerPoint slide transitions, he's able to jump across these blocks at the top. Oh no, just missed it.
Nah, that was intentional.
Oh, okay. Yep. I remember you said that last time. I'm learning.
Yeah, MetaLow usually does not go for that E-tank unless he absolutely needs to, as we find Airman in Flash Room. Pretty annoying area for Airman to be, especially with the randomized tornado positions, but looks like right now the positions are pretty favorable.
Oof. MetaLow eking out the win with 2 pips of health left. megakyle having a little bit more efficiency with his health management, but both of them picking up item 1. That's going to leave MetaLow trying to... Oh, he's going to Airman, and megakyle's going to check out Bubble.
It seems like the MetaLow standard that the third stage that he goes to is usually, excuse me, Airman stage, while megakyle seems to go to what most runners tend to go and does Bubble third. So probably MetaLow just want to make sure to get one of the worst stages out of the way, that or take the gamble to see if he can get an early item from such a dangerous stage.
Speaking of dangerous, it's a little hard to see the colors. Oh, and going into a black water, you're not going to be able to see those spikes at all.
megakyle trying to test item 1. It looks really good. Yep, this is a pretty.
Right.
Yeah, this is a pretty decent item 1. So I'm fully expecting to see a lot of zip usage with this item 1.
But having to trust their experience with the rando and knowing where those spikes are because you cannot see them.
Well, in some cases, you can actually see some of the small little color tint that the spikes have, like a little gleam. So you can tell the spikes are up there.
Maybe I just need to clean my glasses.
Yeah, maybe so. But anyway, we got megakyle coming to Bubble Room, MetaLow following suit, at least coming to Airman Boss Room, where we got a vanilla bubble now.
Oh, 2 vanilla bosses in their room. Who
This time we
scene?
don't have a chasing bubble this time around, no Huggles.
And MetaLow finding Heatman in the Airman stage. He was doing a little bit of digging for a weakness.
And it looks like Heatman is not Buster weak, Buster soft weak, so we're gonna have ourselves a very long Heatman fight, which is very, very annoying to deal with.
As megakyle will find out as he makes his way through the stage now. Oh, looks like MetaLow was able to defeat him, picking up Guts Cannon. No item 2 or 3 though.
Can you hang on? Can you hold the lines for me a little bit, XR? I got something to take care of
absolutely.
in the background.
MetaLow is now going to try and navigate Woodman stage. We'll see what enemies. It's a bit of a gauntlet going through those first few screens in Woodman because you don't know what's going to pop up. You don't know if they're going to be weak to Buster. And a lot of things like to stay hidden. But MetaLow with this really good item 1, we'll see if he's able to set it up for the good wood zip. It's one of the more technical once they get it to navigate across some of those screens. I can't really explain the mechanics of the zip very well. I'm sure Creed can when he comes back.
Well, I got a quick moment before I need to take care of something, so I'll think and explain it a little bit. So what MetaLow is about to do is he's gonna try to set up item 1 for a vertical zip. So what MetaLow is gonna try to do, he's gonna try to set up a few jumps so he can wrap around and grab a little ladder. So you see MetaLow doing the climbing animation thanks to our friendly little PowerPoint example. So MetaLow is able to wrap around, so after he wraps around, he's gonna do a little bit of a zip to a specific point. So every time he zips across the ceiling, a screen passes by. So what MetaLow is doing, he's going from screen to screen, in which he's gonna have to memorize each screen, and goes through this entire area, zipping until he reaches a specific point in which MetaLow dies. And once he does, he gets to this midpoint, because where he dies is the point where Mega Man gets to that midpoint.
And so that's, once you do get it and memorize, it's really efficient. That was a very Buster weak Crashman, while megakyle is also dealing with this slow heat. No item 2 or 3 yet.
It almost looked like the Metal Blades were pretty good for heat. I wasn't able to see the damage count.
But it did seem a little bit faster. So megakyle is going to be on MetaLow's heels here. He's also going to start with the Woodman. And MetaLow is... We'll see if the PowerPoint slide changes. That he looks like he was able to get that zip across.
Yeah, with the item 1 as good as it is, I'm pretty certain that the zip for Metal was gonna be pretty much a given. And once megakyle gets there as well, I suspect he'll do the same.
Dealing with a couple crabs. But, oh, he does have item 2, and so he's able to hopefully fly across the screen.
So we got ourselves pretty much the ideal situation for Metal Man stage, finding item 1 and item 2 just soon enough so he can use them for Metal Man stage and make it potentially as the quickest stage possible.
So megakyle also attempting, and looks like he's able to get the first part of the zip. He's going to navigate the next couple of zip screens in the same fashion that Meta did, as Meta is already in the boss screen, fighting a real quick Metal Man.
In his vanilla room.
Three. That's three of them. And now Meta's turn for the dark bubbles. It's the Coca-Cola Falls. But hanging on to, wasn't quite able and to hang on to item 2 to surf across the top. Mega does execute Goodwood, and he is also going to come across Crashman here. A lot less spammy than the last seed.
My call is up. Hold the fort for me while I get back.
I gotcha. We will see on megakyle's screen that is where item 2 is. And Meta is going to use this item 1 to attempt to zip across the bubble, and he gets it. So instead of having to pause buffer over. So our players are essentially, megakyle is just one stage behind MetaLow, and if he's able to execute the zips in the same fashion that Meta did, this won't be much of a long stage either. Both our players saving Crash for last. Or Crash or Heat for last. So I don't think we haven't seen Heatman from either our players yet. So yep, MetaLow already at the boss door for Bubble Man here, and megakyle's navigating these crabs. See if he's gonna hop on item 2. Fortunately, the spawn point for those crabs is below the weapon, and Bubble Man and Bubble Stage. See if he has any has to be a little careful with his health management. Again, just eking out with 3 pips of health, and he is on his way to either Heat or Crash. Megakyle coming into his boss, fighting Metal Man in Metal Stage. Similarly, just taking him out with Buster. Oh no, Chickens in Heat with the purple drink flowing across the bottom. This can be a little rough, but with this item 1, Meta is going to doesn't quite get it. He's just the timing there and knocked him to the left, but does hopefully pick up the zip, and megakyle is right on his heels. This is a very close race. Looks like MetaLow did get it. megakyle, see if he can get it on his first attempt, which he does not, so he's also going to take a second shot at that, and that item 1 placement was a little too far left, getting bodied by these chickens. Thanks. And so MetaLow again, you'll see on the left, he's all right. megakyle finally picking up. Now MetaLow's turn to make his way across the second part of the Heatman stage here. Let's see, Mega switch to item 2. Careful with that chicken spawnage, and Meta using his item 2. Picking up the Sprite, hanging 10 at the very tip. So this is very close.
Looks like we got a very interesting Heatman going around over here.
Yeah, absolutely. megakyle struggling a little bit with some of the first, some of these zips. MetaLow was able to get them. Well, I don't know if MetaLow had too much difficulty, but it didn't look like that from the screenshots that we got.
Finding wood in Heatman's room. Still looking for item 3, which
is going to be in Crash Man.
We don't know that yet because we can't see it.
Oh no! Oh, hopefully I didn't doom him.
We're about to find out in a little bit. Well, it's official. We got item 3, so Crash Man stage is gonna be very little issue.
All right, and there's the Crash sit for the first time in this match.
Meanwhile, I got megakyle about to fight Woodman in Heat Room. It looked like Woodman really wasn't much of an issue this particular seed, unlike he was in the first seed. Oh yeah,
Correct.
he dead.
Done.
He's dead.
He's busted.
And there's our visual confirmation of item 3.
Thanks, megakyle. So still, both players in the same stage at the end of these Robot Master races, which means it's pretty close. And there's still a lot that can happen because we haven't even gotten in, or the Wily stages are next, and that has the potential to equalize or change the fates of our players. It's just a matter of what's going to spawn. So we're going to pay close attention here. MetaLow making brief use of item 3 to jump up the ladder a little bit. And there he is. He's at the boss door.
So our last Robot Master is Flashman. We're going to see how Flashman acts in this fight. Very fast, very low jumping. We're going to have quite a bit of damage trading. But MetaLow is still... Yeah, wait. He's getting a little bit antsy.
Okay, he takes the tank.
Seeing a very fast, low jumping Flashman is kind of annoying because there's not much room to dodge him, and you're pretty much gonna try to just damage race him to the end. And sometimes you can lose that race, but if you got an E-Tank, Flashman is really not that big of an issue.
Exactly. And that high-pitched squeaking sound means it is your turn and chat to guess the color and the weakness of the upcoming Mecha Dragon. We encourage you to be as descriptive as possible, so get your guesses in. Creed, do you have any suspicions of what the dragon's going to look like?
Well, first and foremost, I didn't know we had a signal to indicate that we had such a thing.
Well, it's that high-pitched Wily capsule that ruins your eardrums.
That does sound like a Wily screech, or maybe it was just MetaLow's just, never mind. I'm guessing the color. Well,
MetaLow taking a death. Yikes.
This could be really serious as megakyle is about to start Wily 1, and this race with that one death just officially got a little closer.
Exactly, and so Meta's making his way back across. These shotmen are just slow DPS machines.
Alright, while the race just gets closer, now I think I'm going to try to guess the weakness in the colors. Let's go with a traditional green dragon with him being weak to air shooter.
Alright, I am thinking a deep purple and orange, weak to, I'll say bubbles, because I'm a cruel person.
MetaLow successfully getting the vertical zeb, but opts to take the weapon energy to refill one of his items, possibly negating the time save that he could have made if he kept going with it. So, megakyle just right on his heels, just about a screen away.
Oh my goodness. So using they're both on this MetaLow's extend the ladder as megakyle's coming up to it. So they are neck and neck.
Shout outs to X6 Gate Stage making this race a little more exciting.
And we're about to find out. Both of them with fairly close amounts of health coming in, and that's a greenish teal.
I still get credit for the green.
Yeah, whatever. We'll see what it's weak to.
That is Buster. A Buster weak dragon.
Is that what you said?
That was not what I said.
Oh. It must have been someone in chat that I was reading. Yes, that is a mint dragon. So So megakyle right on MetaLow's heels, coming into Wily 2. We're gonna see how Pico Pico treats our players.
Well, we're gonna see if these guys are gonna search for weaknesses for the walls first, and then we gotta see what enemies are gonna be in the corridor on the way to Pico. Wily 2 can be a pretty frustrating stage to navigate, so even in Wily 2 we could have some potential lead changes.
Oh, absolutely. So, oh man, Meta finding the weakness, but we don't know what it is.
Why does he always pause at the good parts?
It is not Crash. Oh no, Mega's. So no players know how the other's doing. So they don't know how close, how neck and neck they are, and just the direction in which these players choose to menu and search for weapons comes into play here. Oh, and megakyle finding it with looks like atomic heat.
And it's a pretty good heat. The heat charge time is actually the randomized trait for the atomic fire as MetaLow begins to go to his Pico Pico fight. As soon as we can see it.
Oh, looks like metal is one of the weaknesses.
So the Pico Pico boss has 3 weapon weaknesses and a 4th optional weakness being Buster, assuming Buster isn't immune. So we know that metal is a weakness, but there are 2 other weaknesses that could be better. But look like they're both probably gonna stick with metal.
So even with megakyle taking a little bit of time to find the barrier weakness, looks like possibly a little bit more than Meta. He's still very close.
Kind of fortunate that the Metal Blade in this regard actually has a pretty high weapon ammo count, so spamming the Metal Blades is actually much more reasonable like he is than his vanilla counterpart.
Oh. Fighting off some Shrimp and Joes here. I know I saw yesterday some of those Robo Chickens spawn, and that was a bad time.
megakyle starting off his assault on Wily 3 while MetaLow is just finishing the spike fall on his way to the Guts tank.
It'll be a surprise where MetaLow ends up. All right. Just megakyle's just a few frames. Oh, I spoke the chickens into existence.
I was just about to say something, but I decided to just let it go.
No, I caught it. Ask and you shall receive. All right, we got Watermelon Guts tank here. MetaLow doing a little bit of fishing, finding a weakness because it doesn't look like it was Buster, Heat, or Quick, and it is Air.
Air is actually a really good weakness for the Guts tank, but it really depends on the randomized attribute, because the number of air tornadoes you get for the air shooter is randomized between 1 and 3 tornadoes.
And megakyle finds it as his second pick, so he makes quicker work of the Guts tank than Meta, and he's going to be entering very shortly after Meta is here in Wily 4.
It's very, very close, but for right now, the seed has not been particularly trolly. And to me, the fact that it's not so trolly is actually benefiting MetaLow because there's not much to choke him up or to stop him. So right now, unless something really drastic happens, MetaLow might take the win. But like I said, we really do not know yet. Wily 4, as we start to call it, is the great edumacator.
Edumacator, I like that. The great edumacator, because you'll get schooled. MetaLow executing these vertical zips and that quick little hallway zip perfectly. Now we're going into the very 90s or late 80s colored anxiety rooms. Because we don't know what enemies are going to pop up and how that's going to affect our players transitioning across these platforms.
No,
Oh.
very little enemies here, so MetaLow is gonna opt to use item 2 to fly across that area and not afford to wait for the moving platforms.
And Suspense Man here with the delay.
That looks, he has an item in hand. I think he's going for the zip again. Yep, he got item 1 in hand. He's definitely going for the Wally 4 horizontal zip.
And looks like he's doors open.
Yep, very clean. The dodge to check the usual suspects for weaknesses. Does not look like either Leaf or Metal are the weaknesses for the Boo Beams, so we're gonna have to do some weakness hunting.
Mega a little bit. Oh, that's too close twice in a row with the item 1 on the. Hopefully able to set it up now, and he gets it. All right, he had a little bit of trouble. Bubble weakness to the Boo Beams. Uh-oh.
Megakyle over zips!
Uh-oh. He's in trouble. Oh. Woo.
That may be the death knell for Megakyle, because in order to reverse this overzip, he needs to go back to the very beginning of this room to make sure the actual screen scrolling corrects itself.
That's unfortunate. That's really tough right there, and that's going to eat up a lot of time.
And against MetaLow, that's time you really cannot afford to waste. Also, I noticed earlier in chat, someone actually mentioned that part of the menu actually spelled out grape. I just now caught it on Megakyle screen.
Thanks, Ren Hero. You're my hero. Megakyle, though, is found Bubble as the weakness, taking down those Boo Beams. Let's see how he fares making that corner jump, and then going to navigate. Oh, nice. Very efficient bubbles flowing down there.
Well, thank you, Metal Man, for changing my sweet music. Well, then again, this music is good too, so I'll forgive you. But yeah, one of the features that the Mega Man 2 Randomizer has is that Wily 5 has his own specific music for itself, and it plays throughout the refights with no interruptions from the boss music whatsoever. However, as what you have just heard, Metal Man and Metal Man only has the ability to actually change the music tracks around, and I think it has to do with his ability to try to switch conveyors. Is for some reason it messes with the music seeds, and it just switched to some adjacent music track, and it's weird. It's just plain weird.
Interesting. So, MetaLow, that was his final refight, and now he's off to fight the. This has been a very watermelon themed Wily. Couple Wily stages.
We know this ain't a lemon themed Wily machine because it's Buster immune. And
exactly.
Searching.
So that's gonna. Oh, it's Bubble.
Well, we know Bubble is a weakness. There are
Correct.
other weaknesses, and we don't know if Bubble's gonna be a weakness for the second phase, which it is not. So bubbles are locked in the second phase, but it looks like Quick Boomerang is the way to go. Yep, Quick Boomerang is the way to go for the second phase.
So we'll see how Megakyle does, because he's on his last refight, and he's gonna have to do a little bit of searching too. But barring some, well, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. We'll see how MetaLow does with the alien coming up. Opting to take the left route to refill some weapon energy.
It's fortunate that he has the time to actually afford it. Otherwise, this could be a detrimental situation for MetaLow, because risking your time to get that energy is usually not advised unless you're really desperate for it.
Yeah, and neither of our players, again, know how close this is, but MetaLow using that really nice item 1. He is now facing off against the alien. Let's see how the fishing expedition goes.
Meanwhile, megakyle is struggling to find the weakness for. Well, he finally finds Bubble. While let's see what weakness we're gonna have for the alien.
Doesn't look like Crash. Not Buster. Making our way through heat. Air. Following the grape. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh,
Look,
it's
his leaf shield.
Leaf shield.
And it's an inverted leaf shield to boot.
Super tricky. So this is you. Oh right, GG's MetaLow pulling out the win.
That is a complete victory. MetaLow now officially wins the match between megakyle and himself 2-0 and finishes this race with official SRL time of a very brisk 30 minutes and 42 seconds. GG to MetaLow.
That is an excellent time. So close to being sub 30. So we will see how megakyle does here, facing across facing the alien. And going up the grape, and now he finds that it is also leaf shield. He's a little more efficient, it looks like, with this inverted leaf. As soon as I say that, he's not as efficient with this inverted leaf. And there it is. GG's in chat, please, for megakyle83, pulling it out with an official SRL time of 31:56. So just a minute and 14 seconds behind MetaLow. And as we can see here, that is a new personal best for megakyle83. He improved his time by 20 seconds. So another congratulations to him. But again, GG's for both of our players. We're going to see if we can get them in Discord for an interview.
It was a good race for both these runners. This second seat was much friendlier with the item placement this time around, as you pretty much almost see all that is need to be done with zipping with the item 1s and item 3, although it seemed like item 3 was pretty late, so you wouldn't like see item 3 used in heat or some such.
Correct. But still, really good races. Both of our players were close, pretty close in both of these seeds. But MetaLow just eking out the win. Very good, very clean playing. And welcome, GG, Mega.
Hey, thank you, XR.
So, megakyle, how are you feeling about this race? As I'm pretty sure you might have guessed or maybe remembered, this was actually a rematch of y'all winners finals from last year. What was your mindset coming into this match with that in mind, if you were even thinking about that at all?
That's right. Yeah. Last year it was a fun tournament. I remember last year I was quite nervous going up against MetaLow, but this year, after racing more against him and getting to know the guys a little better in the Rando crew, I was much more relaxed going into this race. So about these seeds, I'm pretty sure you definitely enjoyed the second seed. The second seed was pretty much friendly with the items placement as the Robot Masters progressed. But what was your opinion about the first seed? The first seed kind of had you on the edge for a little bit. Oh yeah, the first seed kind of had me a bit tilted, waiting for that item 1 at the very last. That I really could have used that item 1, even if it was a stationary one. That would have helped out in a lot of other stages.
And
we're about to have MetaLow in here in a moment, but if you have something to ask right quick, XR.
No, it was just these were super close races, as you can see by the times, and it looks like, not to just point out the weaknesses, because you guys raced great, but Did you have a little bit of? It looks like maybe just a little bit of trouble with some of those boss fights in the first seed. Set you back just a little bit.
I did, especially in the refights. I remember Bubble Man. He was a very huggy Bubble Man, and I don't really do well with that. He quite scares me a lot out of all the robot masters, the huggy Bubble Man. So as soon as I saw him in the Airman stage, I was like, oh no, I got to find a weapon. And then I tried finding a weapon, and nothing seemed to work really well. And I ended up dying, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is bad. This is bad.
And I think that's where the rando really, comes into play, is that there's just so you at the risk of sound cliche, you don't know what's going to come up.
That's right.
But looks like as MetaLow is getting ready.
Hello, guys.
MetaLow, GG's on your wins. Congratulations.
Thanks, GG Kyle.
Hey, GG,
Hello.
Mel. Good job.
Thanks, dude. Oh, that was something.
So first of
first.
oh, go ahead.
No, I just think the first seed was something.
Yeah, I was just about to talk about it because I was just speaking with megakyle about it before you came in. The first seed was kind of sketchy, especially with the unfortunate item placements throughout the race. What was your thoughts about it?
Yeah, I'm not comfortable when I don't have item 1. That's awful. I don't know what to do. And I made so many mistakes, like stupid death, like just in the bubble room. Where you see like the last tip on Herman eating the spikes. That's stupid. Dying on the aliens, that was stupid. Meh. But yeah, that was fun.
So for right now, just looking at the standings in the Group D matches, right now, MetaLow, you're at sole position of first place. Third place, holy crap. Imagine being 2-0 and still being in third place.
That was possible. If Kyle should win today, maybe I can lose to Kame next week. That was possible.
And unfortunately, megakyle, the current loss puts you at 2-0. So, 0-2. I should stop looking at rankings. But nah, seriously. But megakyle, you had some really tough competition. What was your feelings coming into these races, coming off of racing a couple of really tough opponents with MetaLow and Kame Senin?
Oh yeah, MetaLow and Kame Senin are both tough competitors to beat for sure. I'm pretty. I consider myself a veteran in the Mega Man 2 randomizer. My current PB is sub 30, and that's a very rare time to get. But yeah, just really comfortable going up against these racers. I know I kind of stepped out of my category comfort racing against Kame Senin, but that was something that I really wanted to do personally. I had a lot of fun doing it. But yeah, I think I don't know. I think I could do pretty well in the tournament, even with the standings of 0-2.
Yeah, but this is what I said on the last match. This Group D is the group of death. There is huge players in there, and I said that there is one good player and veteran from the last season who will be out on this group, and that's something.
Well, speaking of Group D, MetaLow, you only have one more match going, and that is against Kame Senin at some point, which has not been scheduled yet, but we're pretty sure we're gonna have that very soon.
Yeah, probably on Sunday.
Sorry for interrupting.
Yep, no problem. Sorry, my bad.
But yeah, Kame Senin is a Buster only runner, and I know you definitely had dabbed in Buster only, one of the stronger Buster only runners as well. I'm gonna put this out in the front so no one can be surprised. Are we gonna expect a Buster only duel against Kame Senin whenever you get y'all matches scheduled?
Yep.
You heard it here, folks. We're gonna be guaranteed another Buster only match between two very top tier Buster only players between MetaLow and Kami Sen whenever their match gets scheduled. Of course, I'm gonna be looking forward to that one.
Wow, me too.
I'm gonna have to make my hand on it, guys. I've never done a Buster only on Rondo, so
Ooh, so actually, you're gonna be in a disadvantage then, because
I-
Kami is skilled with the rando with Buster only.
completely. So I'm gonna ask him exactly what are the rules on Rondo because of Flash or something. I'm gonna see, but yeah, it's gonna be tough for me, I guess. I have no experience on Buster only. Mainly, if my way to play is mainly Buster and use item to zip, but without the zip, there is some parts I never do. Like, for example, the bubble part, when you do not trigger the zip. I've never done it since maybe 3 years, so yeah, I'm gonna train a bit.
Well, that'll be exciting. Looking forward to seeing that. Hopefully, you get a little bit of practice in, just to de-rust a little bit on the Buster only strats. But it'll definitely, it's exciting enough to see the Mega Man 2 rando races. It's just even another more element of difficulty and technical skill, seeing it done Buster only.
We're gonna see. I don't know. I just don't know what to expect actually. So
All right, I think that might do it. Wait, MetaLow, megakyle, if you have anything else to add before we sign out of this little shindig, feel free to do so.
go on, Kyle, if you want.
GG, Metal.
GG2.
Right on.
And good luck on the last match.
Thank you, thank you.
Nice
All right,
short.
GG's. Sorry,
just-
Metalo.
Oh, I just want to thank everyone as always. Just thank you, commentators. I'm gonna watch the race just after that, I guess. You did a very good job. Thanks, Charlie. Thanks, SpeedGaming. Thanks, Duckfest. And thanks, all the spectators.
All right, thank you guys so much. I was about to say the same thing. Metalo read my mind. Get out of there. It's a dark and dangerous place. You don't want to be up there. But yeah, a big shout out to SpeedGaming for putting all the technical work into this. Charlie the Boy in the background not only organizing this tournament, but he was able to track for us, and he's a player himself. Thanks for our players putting in all the time. Thank you, chat, for participating, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Speaking of upcoming games, though, we've got 2 more rando races today. Ren Hero is going to be facing off against Kumba at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and then Casual Tom will be facing off against Squidman, it's always Squid's fault. So it will be at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So lots of hype. Ren Hero in chat. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we're just getting started today. GG's again, guys. Thanks for racing.
Hey, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. See ya.
Yeah, we're gonna be a long day, a long night of randomizer matches, so stay tuned. So for XR, this is LV Cree. Stay tuned for future Mega Man 2 randomizer races, not only tonight, but throughout the rest of the upcoming weeks as the randomizer tournament progresses. Have a good day, everyone.